God, that last review went on forever, didn't it? Shorten it, I think is the answer. That happens when I like a snus that much that I like both of them really. So I tried full price snus Byron Arnis, recommended. Tried General X Range Salmiak mid price, recommended as well in that price range, I would say. I have a few licorice snoozes at home, but now for the second part of the licorice week, I will try 2 of these, and I'm thinking done full price, mid-range price. Now we're going with 2 cheaper ones, 1 loose as well, and so I have from all different manufacturers as well. So then the Swedish Match made the X Range, and SPT Tobacco / GM Tobacco the Byron. Today we are looking at 2 cheap snoozes, Off-Road Lakritz Loose. Yep, that's the name of that one. And Kapten Lakritz Vit Portion, or Captain Licorice White Portion. This one is made by AG Snus, and the Off-Road is made by V2 Tobacco. And we've been looking at salmiak and licorice in the X Range and aniseed in the Byron. The Captain should have a licorice taste. Can't find anything else about that. The Off-Road should have aniseed again and licorice. So, you know, I like my aniseed, so that's pretty cool. I don't think there's any salmiak today to talk about, so that's probably a good thing. Okay, so the Captain, they make these full cans of 24 portions. They're quite small portions, 0.7 grams, and I believe that the nicotine is 7 milligrams per portion, 10 milligrams per gram. And the Off-Road has 37 grams of tobacco in it, and it's a regular strength of 8 milligrams per gram. All plastic, no cardboard back on the loose. And the Captain has a relatively small catch lid. So they all seem to be the same. The Captain's full cans, but pretty small portions. So let's get into the Captain, shall we? Let's make this review a little shorter than the last one. Yeah, I like Argia snus portions. It's white, this one. So this is the first white licorice we try this week. It's pretty mild. Not incredibly sweet, this one. Comes a little bit to one side, the portion. There you go. Fluff it up. But I like the portion. Material is really nice and soft. Try to get it in there. There we go. Yeah, has a little, a little sort of fresh whiff you get of fresh snus. Have to let it air a little bit. The licorice is pretty mild so far. We'll see how it develops. Off-Road, very cheap lös snus, but it's aniseed, so hopefully good. Pretty coarse. Oh, drop the lid. Pretty coarse stuff there. Doesn't look very subtle or anything. Doesn't smell very subtle either. Yeah, the Off-Road range of products is pretty highly flavored, I believe. It's down there in price with the Phantom, also V2 Tobacco, but the Phantom is a traditional flavor. These are highly flavored. That smells nice. Should I do a stupid thing of baking one and putting it in at the same time as I have a white portion in? Really moist, very moist. Should be, it's like Play-Doh, this one. You see? Easy stuff to bake. Doesn't really drop or anything. And in it goes. And I'll return to you in the second half of this review. Beautiful, isn't it? Second half of this review with my verdict on these 2 cheaper licorice snoozes. I'm back, this time with a sore throat that I'm trying to cure with some licorice snus and ouzo. Saving the last prilla of Off-Road Lakritz lös there for later. And I'm gonna have my last Captain. There it is, got one in already.
And you can tell I like licorice. These ones are, all four I've tried this week, I think pretty good in their price range. The Captain is a little bit dry. Got one in already. It was a little bit dry, a little bit small portions. But the Captain range seemed to be really pure, sort of nice, mellow tobacco. It reminds me in a way of Lundgren's for its natural purity, but maybe lacking a little bit in excitement. And these ones are quite dry, so they're not really taste explosion. But if you like that, and if you kind of like licorice, but you want a mellow licorice, this would be the one to go for, because it releases quite slowly. It's mellow. It's got a natural root licorice, like a raw licorice taste, and it's not too aggressive. And interestingly, very rarely, but I got a little taste of that that I had in the Captain Juniper. I had like a garden center taste. That came through at least once here. And that would indicate that is the base tobacco they use rather than anything from the juniper in that snus. So that comes through. So it's balanced and mellow, but I like a little bit of a more full-on licorice taste because I do like licorice. But if you want a mellow licorice, go with the Kapten Lagers Vit Portion, I would say. Now, the off-road is the first off-road snus I ever try, and it's a real mudslider. It's quite dirty sort of snus, and it has no right to be as good as it is. I've actually heard good things about this one, that it's supposed to be one of the better licorice snuses. And I'll tell you, it's full on. It's actually really, really close to Sambuca. It's got a little bit of sweetness and then a really bright aniseed taste to it. Surely it helped along with the fact that it's a loose snus. So to have a loose licorice is really nice for me. I like this one a lot, actually. Really surprised. And I was like looking for off flavors, being a really cheap snus. I mean, it's probably not the best quality tobacco in there, but with the bright, really fragrant, really good aniseed coming through, there's no problem with that at all. It's not a complex snus, there's no tobacco taste as such, but I actually think it's great. I really like this one. So for this week, I would say still the winner of the licorice week is the Byron Honest. But you should really pick up the off-road, being dirt cheap as well. You can pick these ones up from the Snus 24 if you're outside the EU. Unfortunately, Byron, you can't in the United States. But I mean, get this one. It costs nothing, and if you like licorice, you'll know what I mean. It's full-on, bright, beautiful aniseed. If you like Sambuca, go with it. Captain, not bad for its price. But I'm gonna go 5 out of 10 on the Captain, and I'm gonna go 8 out of 10 on off-road licorice, because I am a fan of aniseed and with a loose, beautiful snus. So that's it for this week, and thank you very much for watching as always, guys, and I'll see you in the next review.